Hello, everybody. Folks, typically when I watch movies with you guys, I throw the movie on, I record myself watching it, I clip out just the best parts of the movie with, my live real time reaction. Edit that down into a condensed video of some sort. Today, I'm going to switch it up, okay? I'm going to watch the movie, but I'm not going to show you that much of it because today I'm not going to watch a terrible movie. We're going to do a bit more of a deep dive on one director. We're going to start with M. Night Shyamalan. Say what you will, I respect the man as a director and as an artist in general. There's a clear turn. The tide clearly turned at a certain point in his career. Whether you want to blame that on him or critics or a little mix of both and just bad decision making, bad script picking. Well, actually, he wrote a lot of his movies, almost all of them. So I respect him. I actually enjoy a lot of his movies. I will agree, though. I have to admit, there was a point when the tide turned. Because at first, there were several bangers, one after another, and it seemed like every single one was a banger. It just kept being bangers. I did some research before, starting this video. I have a theory, because I was paying attention. I was alive. I was a little kid when M. Night was starting out. Not everybody puts that much care into their movies, and I really appreciate that about M. Night. So many people just fucking slap it out and just whip out a movie to make some money, but he has a delicate touch, and I really like that. I was on board for a while. My family and I really liked M. Night Shyamalan movies. Every time one came out, we were just thrilled to go to the theater and see it. I remember a time when he was revered. My support for him continued when he just began producing movies that were weird, shitty, not good, whatever. And it started with Lady in the Water. But before that, there was a good streak, okay? And then now, he's back to a good streak. But there was a while there where he just made flop after flop, and we're gonna try and figure out why. First off, we got 1992. He's not famous yet. He hasn't produced any movies yet that anyone knows. Film student. He makes this movie about a teenager who grew up in America, feels like an American teenager, but struggles with his identity and goes to India to have a philosophical, existential adventure, whatever, something like that. I haven't seen it, but I watched a few minutes. It actually looks kind of good. That's why we're not going to watch it right now, today, because it's hard to make content out of an actual good movie. I guess that makes me a bully. After that was 92. We got The Sixth Sense, 1999. Now this, incredible. It's a classic. Then we got Signs. Incredible. I love it. Classic. Mel Gibson is in it. Yes, whatever. It's still good. Then we got The Village. Incredible. Remember seeing it in theaters with my family. They had to explain to me what happened at the end because I'm kind of stupid. And then after that, Lady in the Water. Now this one definitely was a little confusing. I had to look at a synopsis. All I remembered was that there was Paul Giamatti and Bryce Dallas Howard swimming around being like a mermaid of some kind. And then there's a guy who works out with one arm because he wants to get jacked just on one side and see if it happens. I don't know. I remember it being funny when I was a child. Let's see if it's still funny now. And this time I'm not going to watch the whole movie with you. I'm just going to summarize the best parts. I'm going to start the video. Lady in the Water. So far, all that's happened is they've been explaining some mythological backstory, some exposition and lore about, I'm guessing, about Lady in the Water. But so far, they haven't said those words. They're not saying, the Lady in the Water lives in the water and she's a lady. They've only said, there's some tree nymphs and some fairies, and they do some shit every now and then with trees and water and the ocean. I'm botching this. So far they've been introducing the characters. They've been introducing all the people who live in this building. It's like a motel where some people live. Yeah, Paul Giamatti's this humble, stuttering, super And these people are all weirdos and wackadoos in different ways. And he's introducing this new guy, that's for us, to all these people who live here and their unique traits. And then we got this new guy who is supposedly a scientist. Let's see what happens. Then he hears, what was that? A crash in the pool. His ears perk up. He said, what's that? He said, is that a lady out there in the water? He said, is that a lady in the water out there? I'm at the water. Is there a lady out here? Is what he's saying. He's looking around. There's no lady. He said he's gonna wait. But I'm like, dude, don't hold your breath. Because literally, she doesn't even have to hold her breath. He swims like he can't swim or something. Oh, Cleveland. Bro, they just cut from, sure, you can crash on my couch to, waking up cuddling you? I don't know, Cleveland. I don't know. Seems a little predatory. I don't know. Oh wow, so she's like obsessed with water. Okay, so after trying to put the lady back in the water where he found her, he ended up seeing some kind of beast, some kind of creature, and he said, gotta call animal control, so he calls animal control, and this guy's like, yeah, right, doubt it. Its fur was like grass. It's like, dude, this guy's gonna think you're crazy. You're telling him the thing has green, flat fur. It's not matted, it's flat like grass, it's green. It's like this, and then he holds up grass. Bro, like, obviously he thinks you're crazy. You sound absurd. That sounds ludicrous. Just fucking tell him it was a really freaky wolf or something, but that it was green and had grass on it. Now he believes you if you tell him that. Anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see if this beast resurfaces, this grass beast. He goes up to this person who's a college student and asks her, hey, what's a narf? And she's like, I haven't heard that word in a while. Let me ask my grandma, who happens to say, yeah, I do know what a narf is. It was a bedtime story that my grandmother told me when I was a kid. So we got some ancient lore passed down from whatever country they're from. And a narf is some kind of ocean nymph. So that's Our Lady in the Water. And there's someone, a human, called the Mesa, if I heard that correctly, and the Mesa is a chosen human for the nymph, and when the Mesa sees the nymph, or the narf, it will awaken something in this human, and then if she succeeds, then she will return on a giant eagle and be set free. In your dreams, you can say that again. So now the lady in the water, who's out of the water now, has told Paul Giamatti that the person that she's looking for is a writer, and he's writing something very important, and so now he is on a quest to find the writer. And he's been asking every tenant in this building if they're writing something important, if they've written anything recently, anybody who may have written anything. Now he's asking these college students, or whatever, they look 40, but a bunch of bums, if any of them have written anything important, essays or anything. And then he snaps at this one for smoking inside and shit. I could never just act this nonchalant and smoke a cigarette in my landlord's face inside of the place I'm living if I'm not supposed to be smoking in it. I could never. Anyway, obviously he's not finding the writer because we're gonna find out it's him. No fucking shit. I gotta say, I am seeing everyone's point. This movie so far is pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb. We are told by the granddaughter of the old lady who knows about hers and the nymphs and what have you. She's updating us that, hey, my grandma just told me about another part of this lore. There are things called scrags that are creatures that lay flat and have grass on them, and they try to kill the lady in the water anytime that she's out of the water, and that's the creature that you saw. Now he runs into another tenant who is M. Night Shyamalan making his cameo. He's a writer in this one. Classic Stephen King move. I think we're supposed to be led to believe that he's the writer. Oh, light bulb, it's M. Night. Obviously, he's writing a book he's been working on for 6 months. So We find out a little more of his backstory. She snooped in his diary. She says, "Hey, you're very sad. I read your diary. You used to be a doctor, and then apparently some burglar broke in and robbed him and ended up killing his wife and his child. So now he's depressed." And that's his backstory. That's why he is who he is and how he is. I wonder if that's where the stutter started. I bet it is. This is the kind of movie where like someone's stutter can come and go depending on if good or bad things are happening to them. We're supposed to assume that like there's some sexual tension, I think, because he doesn't want to look at her body and stuff, but like she's really hot and she's like so naive and sexy and just kind of sitting there naked in his place all the time. They're gonna fuck. M. Night happened to stroll into Paul Giamatti's apartment and saw a lady in the water. Her name is Story Lady. She saw him and they're all weird and like, oh, nice to meet you and shit like that. As an audience, I think we're supposed to believe that he is the writer and they have seen each other and now he has pins and needles and needs to go lay down. She tells him whenever she leaves that he can't watch. That I don't know why, but I thought that was funny. He can't watch her leave. So he let her go, business as usual, now back to taking out the trash at the motel. And then she comes running back in, and he's all, oh shit, what happened? Her leg's like clawed up and shit. He's like, what happened to your leg? She doesn't say anything because it's a movie and nobody fucking talks to each other. And then before they get a chance to talk about what happened, the fucking dog thing like breaks through some glass beside them. It looks so weird. I couldn't tell if like my shit was messing up or if it is the movie. Watch this cinematography right here. It's like hard to tell what's going on. Was it that dog? Oh yeah, see, it like slows down. It's like slow motion for a second, but then it goes right back to regular motion. It's just like the frame rate, it was like fucked up. He goes to the Asian grandmother to ask her what's going on, advice, how to help this nymph, Narf, whatever. And I love her. She's my favorite character in any movie ever. She just screams in his face, tells him to shut the fuck up and leave, but then immediately like calls her granddaughter to like translate so that she can help. It's very cute. So you're totally buying into this whole nymph narf thing. You're not going to even entertain for a second that she's just crazy, a crazy homeless person on drugs. So while he's on the phone with the grandmother's granddaughter translating for her, she explains some more lore to you. I've got my notes here. I've been taking notes because this shit is getting fucking thick and confusing. These green dog grass things, there's 3 of them. They're called one name, Tatu Deck. They live in trees. They look like monkeys. No one has seen them and lived. They killed their parents the night they were born. The fear of them has kept order in their country for centuries. Okay, one more thing that she said. I almost forgot to heal her because she got scratched on the leg or whatever. The only way to heal her is to go and get some mud that has a name that I forgot from the place that she lives. That's what will heal her. You can already imagine, what he's thinking. Does that mean the pool? Where does she live, She just turned up in the pool. Is there soil in the pool? Is there mud down at the bottom of the pool? I guess so. That's what he's gonna go do right now. That's why he's swimming down there to go grab that mud. First of all, he's already been under there for like 30 seconds just getting from the top of the pool down to the bottom of the pool where this grate is. And now he's got the grate removed and now he's going in this tunnel with his flashlight. This is a lot of energy exerted and he's breathing nothing in and he's still going forward, just exploring. This is something I remember from this movie way back when. They are underwater for far too long in this movie without breathing. I don't buy it for a fucking second. You know how fucking long it takes to swim that far in the water underneath like the ground? A long fucking time. I don't buy it. Not for a fucking second. He's still going. He's still looking for this mud shit or whatever. Bro, it's time to resurface, get some air, and come back. Like, what the fuck is he doing, dude? No way in hell. No way in hell. He doesn't even look like he's suffering or struggling. He doesn't even look like he's struggling. Are you seriously still not breathing? Come on, man. No way. It's been 3 minutes. Okay, no. It's been 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. It's been 2.5 minutes that he's been underwater. 2.5 minutes of movie time. And they're like doing cuts and stuff. So that's really like 3 or 4 minutes. 3 or 4 minutes. You left the rock, bud. He left the fucking rock, man. Oh, there it is. He sees it. He got it. He came back for the rock even though he can't breathe and it's been 4 minutes. Dude. Okay. Bear with me. So the granddaughter of the old lady comes back from the club and tells him, hey, just wanted to let you know, here's some more information about the lore that you didn't ask for. So every 1,000 Narfs, there's a special Narf called the Madam Narf. Her vessel will cause change. She is the key. She's a queen to her people, and her return would be of great inspiration to them. The Scrags will do anything to get her, even if it means facing their fear of the Tachu deck. Look at the way that she's about to grab the back of his neck. That's not platonic, man. That's sexual. Bryce Dallas Howard, are you trying to get handsy with Paul Giamatti? Hands off, relax. So she told Paul Giamatti he needs to act more like a little baby child, man-child, so the grandma will feel comfortable with telling him the rest of the bedtime story. So he drinks some of his milk here with the cookies and makes a milk mustache, and then he's about to wipe it up with his napkin, and she's like, no. And he's like, okay. I would fucking hate that. If my mustache had milk in it and someone said, no, leave it. She even encourages him to lay down on the couch with his milk mustache. Oh my god. Get real. See, this movie is silly. I get why people turned on him after this movie. You ready for some more lore? So, they ask her some more questions about the story because she's not allowed to talk about it, so they work around it and have her touch her ear for yes, yada yada, whatever. There are 3 people, a symbolist, a guardian, and a guild, and they're humans, each one, but they don't know who they are, and they have special powers, each one of them. And Mr. Heap is one of them, and he doesn't know it, but he's the guardian, according to Lady in the Water. She thinks he's the guardian. Here we go. So, more lore. He goes to this guy who is a writer, a critic or whatever, and asks him, hey, what would you do if you had to find these people? One of them's a symbolist. He finds symbols in things. One of them's a guild of people. One of them is yada, yada, yada. So he's like, I'll entertain it. And why would you? It's so bizarre of a question to come up to someone's door and ask them, but okay. And he says, the symbolist might be, and then he describes some characters we saw earlier that Paul Giamatti talked to, and light bulbs are going off. Oh, he makes the connection. It's that father and his son that were doing the crossword, and the kid was looking at his cereal box the blue man. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the son or the father who's the symbolist, but one of them is going to be the symbolist, I guarantee it, or both of them as a team. The guild is going to be the group of stoner guys who sit around and philosophize and talk about issues and politics in the world, but really just talk in circles. So this is shaping up to be quite a cute little everything falls into place and everybody has a purpose in this story kind of deal. Even the people who seem like they're not important at all. I don't know where to put this fucking cup of coffee. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Paul Giamatti has gathered all the people, the vital tools around the Lady in the Water story as she sits in the shower, and he tells them, hey, she needs to get home. This is her last night that she can get home, blah, blah, blah. So they're all buying into it, miraculously. And also, he doesn't stutter around her. And they're like, oh, hey, Mr. Heap, you're not stuttering. And he's like, I know, it's only around her. Isn't it amazing? Blah, blah, blah. That's why they're all, captivated. Because miracles seem to be sort of happening. They're getting weird feelings around her and shit. So anyway, he tells this symbolist, which is this guy right here, hey, You're going to be interpreting stuff. You're going to be an interpreter. You're going to interpret the symbols. So everything's a fucking symbol in this movie. He's going to use something unique to him, personal to him, as his tool to interpret. So he uses the crossword puzzle. Go figure. Really is just like, this movie walks a fine line between like, oh wow, everything's falling into place. It's impressive, everything's falling into place. You know, it's almost too on the nose and perfect that it is kind of funny. It's like, wow, of course, it's the guy with the crosswords. M. Night does that sometimes successfully. In this movie, he's walking real close to the edge, where it feels more like just like, that's stupid, you know? So much of this is like so like just like as it happens they're like changing the rules, or like as it happens they're explaining stuff away, symbolism, everything has a meaning. Oh, that's because of this, and that's because of this, and this is why we couldn't do it that way, but now can we do it this way? It's like a mess. Like Paul Giamatti wasn't able to look at her when the eagle took her away the first time because she didn't know he was the guardian yet. Now she knows he's the guardian, so he asks, would I be able to look now that it's clear that I'm the guardian? Then she nods a little bit. Yeah, she's just like, I don't fucking know, man. I'm making this shit up as I go along. That's what it seems like to the untrained eye. But knowing M. Night, cutting him some slack, there's more to it than that. He's not just making it up as he goes, even though that's what it's supposed to feel like. And that's why it's so ludicrous and crazy, this story. They're all like baffled that they're believing it. You know, each character is like also, not all of them, but some of them, the smarter ones, are like, this is crazy, this can't be real. And that's what makes it so unbelievable and incredible that it is real. Okay, see, that's the fine line that he walks. You see?
Okie freaking dokie. Okie freaking dokie. Hey, so I just recorded the rest of the movie. I split it up into 2 days, and today, day 2, fucked it up, and I recorded the whole thing with a black screen. So, I guess, okay, I'm lying. This will be the 3rd and a half time. I'm not watching the entire thing again, and I will be skipping through to get to the good shit. Okay, so here in this scene, let's go. Here in this scene, he's like, oh, let's figure it out. You're the symbolist guy, you know, this guy, he's the symbolism guy, the translator, so he's going to interpret for them, and he's interpreting the symbols and the messages and signs that are all around them. So he's trying to figure it out by looking at his freaking crossword puzzle. They're trying to make a plan and shit. He needs a mirror in this scene, Paul Giamatti, so he can see the scrunt, the grass dog. And she tells him that you'll see its red eyes through the mirror or whatever, and you gotta stare at him, because as the guardian, you're the only one who can do this. But you look in the scrunt's eyes, the scrunchy eyes, and you just stare him down, and then he can't go forward. He can only walk backwards. And it's only the guardian who can do this. He has instincts. So Paul Giamatti does that, but it doesn't work. He's facing him. He sees it start to rise out of the grass, and then he has to say these ancient words, Nephremora. Here's some more lore. If we didn't have enough pieces to this puzzle, here's some more lore. Nephremora. Oh, and now look at it. Look at it. It's going to rise from the grass. Green grass dog. Yeah, green grass dog rising from the grass. So then he's going to look at him. Looky. His legs are bending and coiling. Relax, man, with the words. Okay, he's getting up. He's standing up. So he's going to try and hypnotize him by looking him directly in the eyes, what I was saying earlier. And he'll be compelled to stay there or move backwards. He won't go forward though. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it for you. Paul Giamatti is not the guardian that he thought he was, and turns out it's someone else. But for right now, he's going to try until he finds out that this thing is not intimidated by him. The scrunchy dog just comes right at him, and then somehow miraculously he gets away. I can't remember how. Cleveland, run! Cleveland, run! Oh yeah! There's like a rule with the scrunchie, I think, where if you look at it without a mirror, it can't be visible anymore? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. That would just be so easy. You could just drop the mirror and then it would like disappear. No, that's not it. I misunderstood that rule. There's no way that's the rule. Okay, come on guys, come on. What else? Yeah, they figure out after that he's not the Guardian, so they got to do some reworking. Yeah, they're getting ready for this party because the crossword puzzle guy said that a soiree was a word that was important. They're all just guessing. It's the plot. They're planning a party, they're going to have all the people at the party, and that's where they're going to get the lady in the water, the lady in the water. They're going to get her back home. The eagle's going to come and pick her up. Here, our boy, M. Night, he says, hey, I know my words are going to like affect somebody one day, and the change that's going to change the world is going to come from somebody who's reading my book, the cookbook. Can you tell me if I die because of these words? He's just curious. He's like, it feels like my purpose may be to make these words and then like someone's gonna kill me because of it. And she's like, yes. So he gonna die, but the world gonna change. So okay, so it's party time. They're getting all the people from the condo to come out to the pool. Get a little bit of hot dog, get a little hamburger, get a little grub in you. We got the guild, the stoner guys. We got Paul Giamatti, the Guardian, that didn't actually turn out to be the Guardian. Then we got the symbolist, and the symbolist is the interpreter, the decoder. And they think that's what's his face, that really good actor that I really like. But I think it's his son, the dude who's doing the crosswords. I think his son has something to do with the symbols. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for you. It is. I was right. I kept thinking, wasn't it both of them? Wasn't it like the father and the son as a team are the symbolists? Because they're both just like looking at like symbols differently than everybody. Turns out to be the son, not even the father. Holy Spirit. She doesn't know why she's the Madame Narf. She doesn't want to be. She says, I'm not special. I'm clumsy. People make fun of me. I don't want to be a leader. And Paul Giamatti's like, yeah, I'm not a leader. He's like, oh, but you're such a good person. Like, you don't feel good when you do the wrong thing. You're important. You are a leader. Blah, blah, blah. Pep talk, pep talk. We're getting ready. The party. Come on. Where'd that eagle go at? Dude, she is drunk. In a way, yeah. Oh, she's looking in the mirror. She's looking in the mirror for the red-eyed doggy. They're like, we're ready, we're ready. Okay, they're ready for the plan. They're ready for the plan. What's the plan? Party's going on. Plan is started. What is the plan? Find a mirror. Hers broke. Come on, plan. Come on, plan. What are you, plan? They're trying something. It's not working. What are they even trying? Oh, shit. Lady got dragged away. Oh, damn. The green grass dog got her. The green grass dog dragged her away. And they're like, oh shit, I'm not the Guardian. He's not the symbolist. Like, we don't even know who anyone is. Are you guys even the guild? Who fucking knows, man? Oh, they about to figure out that it's his son and not him. I don't think they were the people that you think we are. I don't feel like an interpreter. Is it possible that maybe that's not my purpose? I just don't see anything in these words, and I was making it up before, and he feels like he's lying. He's coming clean and saying, I'm not the guy. And now Mr. Farber, our little writer guy, notices the scrunchie standing in the hallway, staring him down with those beady red eyes. And then he's like talking out loud. His bits are kind of funny, his little meta commentary bits. I do like it, ish. Thinking out loud, and he's like, this is the moment where an unlikable side character would get killed, or if it's a family-friendly movie where there hasn't been a lot of violence or nudity, there's a chance I could get away just in the nick of time. Right as I break through the door and close it, it slams in the beast's face. Is that what's gonna happen? He's so meta, and it actually is funny. Like, he hits the nail on the head, and that's his whole purpose in this story, is to kind of explain what's happening in a literary and literal sense. Here we go. He is dead. That shit got him. He did not get away. Kind of funny. M. Night's doing a little fuck you to the movie critics, but this movie's just not that good overall. So they finally figure it out. It's double A. He can read cereal boxes like a ma. So he's interpreting his cereal boxes. He's looking at all the different boxes and kind of like deciphering who is the guild. That's an important question. They ask him who's the actual guild. He said it's a ceremony of 7 sisters. My gut was right. It's the Latina sisters, and it's the fucking boy, not the dad, and then the guardian. We still haven't found out who the guardian is, and I won't spoil it for you. That is maybe a funny point in the movie too. It's got a few moments. All right, here they go. Here's the guild. Here we go. 7 sisters. Because she's a girl, and she's brown, she's got to be with the Latina sisters. Just because she's a brown woman, you're going to lump her in with them? That is messed up, Paul Giamatti. And I know you're doing it because you're white. Because all of us are racist, and we just don't say it out loud unless we're in secret with each other. Yeah, he's right, though. This guy's like, hey, we're playing make-believe. And as much as I want to believe, as much as the next guy, I want to be like a child again, he's saying it. He's like, this is a charade. Some stories are real. Okay, so it's the 5 Latina sisters, the Asian chick and the Indian chick. That's kind of fucked up. I mean, they're all minorities, but do they want to be lumped in together just because they're brown women? Okay, so he looked at his cereal box, his young man, and he decided, I interpreted it wrong. Mrs. Bell is not the healer. So they were wrong about every single person. That's so funny. Butterflies. Oh, yeah. Oh, Mr. Heap brought the butterfly to her. Okay. So she noticed the butterfly, but he caught the butterfly and gave it to her, or landed on him or whatever. Guess he's the healer. That's such a movie thing. They're like, oh, you must try to heal her. And he's like, I can't. Why? Bro, what else do you have to do right now? Fucking knock yourself out. Just give it a shot. Try it, you know? God. Why is her hair so blonde now? Is it just me, or did they dye her hair from orange to blonde? Or was it just wet before and I assumed it was red because it's usually red, but in this movie, like, it has been blonde the whole time? And it was just like a wet blonde before that I didn't realize was blonde. My mind is blown. That's the craziest part of this whole movie. Oh, here they go, dude. They're like ready to fight. Look at all the weapons they have. They're all holding an individual weapon. That's funny as hell. Blonde story in the water. What's she gonna do now? Your sister will have 7 children. You will see the first 2. The prophecy. Your sister will have 7 children. Oh, here comes the green dog. Oh, she's got a butcher knife. She's got a cleaver. That's awesome. She's got, a bottle? And then she's got a broom. She's got a different kind of broom. So the green dog comes out, confronts them. Paul Giamatti doesn't notice, but Lady in the Water does. Story looks at it. He turns around, looks at it, makes eye contact. And he's like, okay, gotta stare it down, you know? Because he's the guardian. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking stare it down into its little red eyes. He reaches down to grab a pole while keeping the eye contact remaining. As he's looking at it in the eyes, holding the pole, he suddenly realizes he's not the guardian. The beast is captivated by the eyes of a man right behind him. So he looks behind him. And he sees Reggie, Gio from Ugly Betty, the one-armed muscle man. And that is our protector. That is our guardian, ladies and gentlemen. All this time. I mean, obviously it's him. His right arm is jacked. And what, are you going to use 2 arms in a fight? Nobody does that. Everybody uses 1 arm in a fight. So here we go. Oh, here comes the eagle. Oh my God. Look at that eagle. What is this about? Nah, man, keep looking at it. Keep looking at it in the eyes. Oh, wow. Look, all these tree people. Nymphs? Is that a nymph? I have no idea what a nymph is, but that looks like a tree man. So that thing's coming at the dog. So the dog gets killed by some tree trolls. They're made of tree, but they look kind of trolly in the face. The eagle's still flying down. Hasn't landed yet. It's coming down to pick up Lady, right? Lady from the water? That's her name, right? Lady in the water? It's Story. Her name is Story from the water. I don't know about all that, but I know that she is telling us stories. Making up a bunch of bullshit. But that's it. You just had the green dog to fight off. After the green dog's gone, she can get picked up by the eagle. There she goes. It picked her up. Oh, no. It's picking her up now. damn, dude, that fucking eagle just got her, and now everyone watches. She flies away. That universe that she comes from is way too complicated. They have so many rules and like orders of events that need to take place before you can be who you were supposed to be. I don't fucking know how their universe works. It sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. They fly away, her and the eagle, to fucking who knows where. They would never make a sequel of this movie in a million years because that was messy. I don't know, maybe that's exactly what M. Night Shyamalan wanted to do. Credits roll! Our boy, M. Night. I love him to death, but I love most of his movies, maybe. I love plenty of his movies, and I think he's an incredible writer and director. This is for sure where the tide turned. This movie is where things changed, and I get it. Right before this, I think, was The Village. That one was really incredible. Just when he made this one, you know, he fucked up. And then maybe like his discouragement got in his head and he just like couldn't get out of the rut because he just kept making different kinds of bad movies in different ways, coming up short. Movies with not enough story, just boring. Like, this one was kind of boring in some points. It wasn't boring, it was just kind of dumb, but like funny dumb. I think they intended for it to be so meta that it was like the shock of these coincidental things lining up over and over was supposed to be like, wow, that's stupid, but kind of funny. These characters happen to be like the chosen ones in the different departments that they're chosen in, but it's like, why? Like, these are such weirdo random people, and you're gonna say these people are like chosen. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if you have any good suggestions of bad movies I need to see. The lesser known, the better. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to, and I appreciate you. Thank you.